almost 1 in 10 people in the world fall ill after eating contaminated food, and 420,000 die every year, according to the World Health Organization. How can we prevent this kind of situation? We can help prevent the spread of food poisoning by following food safety protocols and by following the guidelines enforced by the government, the Food and Drug Administration, U.S. Department of Agriculture, Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, and the U.S. Public Health Service, and also the state and local regulatory authorities.
When it comes to keeping our food safe, we all have an important role to play. It is our responsibility to ensure that the food we provide is not only nutritious, but also safe.
Eggs, meats, cheese, baked potatoes, tofu, and fish are the example of unsafe food, and it needs time and temperature control safety or test food. Here are some safety measures you can take, and keep these easy guidelines in mind when it comes to meal preparing. Wash your hands with warm water and soap, and always wear gloves, and use clean utensils when handling unpackaged foods. To remove dirt, germs, and pesticides, wash properly all the fruits and vegetables in clean water before cutting or cooking. Sanitize and wash all utensils and tissues with warm water and appropriate solution. Store raw meat apart from ready-to-eat foods to avoid any contact between the two. Keep an eye out for cross-contamination. Check the expiration dates on every food packages and check the seals if it's not damaged.
When you are about to cook, make sure the food reaches the minimum internal temperature. Beef, pork, lamb, and fish should be 145 degrees Fahrenheit, while brown meat mixtures, and casseroles, including beef and pork, should reach 155 degrees Fahrenheit, while poultry, in any form or cook, should reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Foodborne illness may affect everywhere, but certain people are more susceptible to become ill because their bodies are less capable of fighting pathogens. People with a higher risk for food poisoning are elderly people, preschool-age school, pregnant women, and people with compromised immune system. How contaminated happens? Foods may have some pathogen on them when you buy. Fruits and vegetables may become contaminated when they are being processed. Contaminated foods can also happen in your kitchen. Handling food safety can help prevent foodborne illness.
Contaminants came from a variety of places. Many contaminants are found in the animals we use for foods. Others came from the air and contaminated water and taste. When food handlers touch an animal person, they might potentially pass on contaminants. Contaminants get into foods and food contact surface because of the way that people handled it. Simple mistake can result in contamination and easily transferred into foods. These are the examples of contamination. The first one is from person to person. The second one is touching dirty foods, contact surfaces, and equipment, and touching the food. The third one is through sneezing or vomiting onto foods or food contact surfaces. These are the 4 types of pathogens that can contaminate foods and cause foodborne illness. These are the bacteria, viruses, pathogens, and fungi. Diarrhea, vomiting, fever, nausea, abdominal cramps, and jaundice are the common symptoms of the victims of foodborne illness.
Bacteria can be found almost everywhere. They live in and out on our bodies. Bacteria need 6 conditions to grow, called phyton: food, acidity, temperature and time, oxygen, and moisture. There are 3 major bacteria that cause foodborne illness: Salmonella typhi, Shigella spp, enterohemorrhagic and Striga toxin-producing Escherichia coli.
Biological are naturally associated with certain plants, mushrooms, and seafood. Here are some ways to protect food and food contact surfaces. The first one is personal hygiene. The second one is purchase food approved. The third one is store chemicals away from prep areas, food storage, and service area. The last one is only handle food with equipment and utensils approved for food services use.
This infomercial is brought to you by the Department of Health.